let's create a 3D teacup in Blender software. I'm going to add mesh and then cylinder. You can see the uh, the moment we created the cylinder, it is showing a settings box here. It is having vertices, radius, depth, and etc. So if you want, you can change the number of vertices here. For the teacup we are going to create, this 32 vertices are okay. So let me just minimize it. Now I am going to front orthographic viewport and press tab in the keyboard and press Alt Z for transparency. You can see here on the top this icon is being switched on. So you can do either by in the keyboard using Alt Z or through this switching on the toggle X-ray on the top right side. Right now it is transparent. You can see that. See, you can see it is transparent. We are in the front orthographic viewport as per already told you. Now I am going to switch to edge mode. Here you can see in the top vertex, edge and face mode. So I have switched from vertex mode to edge mode. Now let me just maximize this viewport so that you can see it clearly. I am pressing Ctrl Alt and space to maximize it. Now I am going to press Ctrl R and add more points. Yeah, till we attain the squares here. It should be square based, and let's see how many we have added. So you should be careful while adding the edge loops, that a settings box will appear on the left side down. So if you click anywhere before opening this settings box will disappear. So you should be careful that once after adding the edge loops, immediately you have to go back to the settings here. So now it is, you can see number of cuts or number of edge loops are 10 here. So it is okay for us. Let me minimize this and just middle click and drag the mouse. You will see that perspective is turning. That is, you are turning the camera actually and seeing it in all sides. Now let me just click outside the cup and deselect everything. Now I am going back to the non-X-ray mode, Alt Z. Now you can see there is no transparency. Now I am going to switch to face mode by pressing 3 in the keyboard. See, now face has been selected. Now press E to extrude it. Press E and then escape and then scale it down. Right. So we are basically creating a inside hollowness for the cup. Okay. So now I am going to press again the E for extrude in the keyboard, and then again escape. Press G for translating it or moving it downwards, and press, that is I have pressed with the G in the keyboard, and again I am going to press Z in the keyboard. Okay, so that it will now see, you can see that it is getting duplicated and traveling inwards. Now I am going to switch on the transparency again. You can see that it has gone down. Now go to front orthographic viewport, press G and Z again and bring it till here. Okay, so now we have created this inside hollowness for the cup. Now I want to add the inner rings also, that is like how we have added here these edge loops, what you are seeing, same thing I want to add inside also. So let me first deselect these lines by pressing Alt A to deselect everything and have a fresh selection of fresh addition of the edge loops inside the cup. I am pressing again the Control R and rolling the middle mouse button and increasing the number of edge loops or cuts. I feel this is okay. Now you can see I told you that we should not click outside. So immediately we should take the cursor here without clicking anywhere and open this settings box, and you can see that number of cuts are 8. Let's just go to front viewport and just check in transparent mode whether they are in alignment with the outer edge loops. I think it is okay, fine. Now deselect everything by pressing Alt A. Right, you can see that inside we have added edge loops, outside also edge loops are already added. Right, now we have to form the um, handle for the cup. Right, now let's switch to, now we are in edge mode, switch to face mode. This is the face. So here I want to add from here to here or from here to here. So from this place, this area to this area, we want a handle for the cup. Right. So I have selected these faces already. Let me check, just turn the camera and check whether any other unwanted faces are selected. Let me also check by making the viewport transparent and check any other unwanted faces are selected. Yeah, it's not selected. It's okay. We can go. Now press delete in the keyboard to delete those faces. I'm choosing this third option here, which will delete entirely those faces whichever we have selected. Now I'm going to select these edges and we are going to extrude this. Extrude means it is duplicating the edges or faces or vertices. Okay, so here we are going to extrude the or duplicate the edges, number of edges, so that when we add more edges, the mesh will grow and those added mesh will touch till here, till this area it will touch. Thereby you will see a handle like shape for the cup. Right, so let me do that. Before that we have to bring this, what you are seeing here in close-up, I am showing you a small circle is there which is having red and white color in alternate form. So that is called 3D cursor. We have to bring this 3D cursor in the middle of this edge loop. So let me go to front viewport first and then press T in the keyboard to display the toolbox on the left side and switch to 3D cursor mode. Now I am bringing this 3D cursor and keeping it here. You can see I am keeping it here. Let's go to right viewport and see, check whether it is exactly in the middle of the selected edge loop or not. Okay, I am pressing 3 in the numerical pad. Okay, it is somewhere here. So I am going to use another tool from the side tab. I am pressing N in the keyboard and go to I am in the view mode in the under the side tab. This is called side tab, what you are seeing. Okay, so inside this side tab you are seeing this view. Under this view side tab you are seeing this 3D cursor location XYZ, rotation XYZ order. So we are going to deal with the location XYZ now. Now let me move this 3D cursor, what you are seeing here, to this area where I am showing my cursor. So let me move it. You must know that this green color line, what you are seeing, is, it represents y-axis. Okay, so I am going to increase this y-axis here, numbers. Let me just move it. You can see that when I slide here in the location Y field, the 3D cursor in the viewport is moving. Okay, so let me just place it exactly at the center of the edge loop. Right, so now it is center of the edge loop. Right, now what we are going to do is actually we can a little more move it downwards so that it will be more precise. So let me move it downwards. This z-axis is a downwards for movement of upwards and downwards. So I'm going to use this z field in the location for moving the 3D cursor downwards slightly, not much. Okay, so I'm pressing shift along with the left mouse button so that the 3D cursor moves slowly and we can precisely locate where we want to keep it. Yeah, so the number is actually here, location Z 0.08501. Okay, right. Now, now let me use the spin tool to grow more mesh to form the handle like shape for the teacup. Okay, so let me find the spin tool. So this is a spin tool, what you are seeing, it's like say a circular kind of disc is shown here in the form of icon. So I am going to press it. Right, so which axis we want it to grow from, the place where it is selected is actually y-axis. Okay, so let me choose the y-axis. For that we have to press Ctrl Alt space to go back to the normal viewport, the normal interface view. So now we are seeing these axes, use duplicates x, y, z, or that. The by default the z is activated. Let me switch on the y so that we can see this angle is matching our requirement of, that is when I want to grow this selected edges and form a handle like shape. So let me go to front viewport and then switch to 3D axis. Now I am just pressing on the this end plus point like that. It is, there is a circle, it is showing up. So I am pressing there, press and hold there. Now you can see a handle like shape is getting formed, and I want this, the end of the handle shape to reach the lower uh, edge loop where we deleted the faces. There too we deleted the faces. Now you can see the handle is being formed. Right, now we can actually exit, but before that you may want to see how many edge loops we have been added. So let's open this settings and we can see that steps or number of cuts, we can say they are 12 in numbers. Okay, so let me minimize this and deselect outside, just create a small rectangle outside so that it will get deselected. Now immediately you will have to press W in the keyboard to go out of this option, otherwise it will keep on growing. So let's press W in the keyboard, it will come to the default cursor mode. Now you can see this being highlighted, which is the default cursor mode. Right, now we have formed the handle. uh, I want this handle, we can see the gap, I want this to be merged. So how to do that? Let's go to vertex mode and snap these vertices on to the nearest vertex point in the cup. Okay, so this is the handle and these are the handles vertices, and these are the vertices of the cup. So this vertex has to go here and snap on the teacup's vertex. So let me first switch on the snap mode and vertex mode also. Inside the snap mode we have this vertex mode. Switch on that, and I am pressing G for moving. Either you can just use this handle from the transformation panel or toolbox, or you can press G in the keyboard for shortcut and move it. Okay, I am using this move tool from the toolbox. So now when I move this, I should make sure that I am moving my cursor and placing my cursor on the target vertex. That is, if my cursor is somewhere here and I am moving it this I'm placing this handle, this vector handle XYZ handle here, it won't stick to the vertex. So your cursor also is important to be placed there. So I'm pressing hold the left mouse button and moving it and placing it exactly on that vertex, target vertex. Now you can see I'm switching to X-ray mode, and you can see that the vertex exactly on that. So now there are two vertex on the same point. We have to merge them to make it one single vertex. So I am pressing M in the keyboard, and by distance I want to merge. There are many options to merge. That is, in the uh, at center mode you can merge, and at cursor you can merge. So there are many various forms of merging. I am choosing the by distance form of merging. Now you can see here removed one vertex, a message has come. So there is now only one vertex. You can just select and say press G and then move it. You can see that there is only one vertex. Same way we have to do for all these vertices. That is, see, you can see that for all these vertices we have to do the same thing so that they become one, and there will be a continuity in the flow of mesh. Now there you can see a discontinuity. You can see this discontinuity. So to remove the discontinuity, you have to merge the vertices. Right. Let me go to vertex mode again and do the same for other vertices also. I am moving this. The vertex snap is on the top, which is showing the horseshoe magnet icon. So it is on now. Now when I move this vertex, it is snapping on the nearest vertex. Right. Now let me make it transparent. That is, go to X-ray mode and make it transparent, and I am pressing the M by distance, merge it. Now you can see removed one more vertex. Right, it has, this too has become the single vertex. So let me do it. Same thing I am doing for the other vertices also. If you are not clear about which is the target vertex, you can just press middle click and turn the camera and see. Let me just once again merge whichever we have not merged. Right. Everything is merged now. Now it is a continuous model. There is no discontinuity in the flow of mesh. Now let's make this handle a bit lesser in size. It is looking too big. So for that, what we have to do is go to front viewport, front orthographic viewport. You can see that name is there, front orthographic here. Now press apply Alt Z to make it transparent and draw a rectangle and make sure that your cursor is in the default cursor mode, selection mode, selection box selection mode. Now I am going to create a rectangular and you can see that it is been selected. Now let's go to the properties editor. This area is called properties editor. Now go to the data properties and under the vertex groups we are going to create a node here. Add a vertex group. I am pressing this plus symbol and it will create a node here, or we can call it group. So let me just name it handle, and I'm going to assign these selected vertices to this node name and pressing this assign button. Now it is assigned. Now let's go to modifiers, add modifiers, deform, smooth Laplacian, and we have to increase the repeat to 3 or something, and increase the lambda factor also. It is not showing any effect. That is because we have to switch on these icons. You can see that it is showing the effect, but this is not the effect we want. You must be remembering that we created a vertex group here. That vertex group, this handle name, we have to refer here in the modifier. So let's go to the vertex group and choose this handle node which just now we created. Now you see only this Laplacian smooth modifier is getting applied only on the handle of the teacup, not on the entire model. Right. So this is too slim. So let me decrease the value for lambda factor. Okay, I feel this 0.6 is okay. Fine. So right now we can apply this. That is to freeze the effect. To really apply the effect for final, we have to choose the apply option, go to object mode, and then come here and open this menu and say apply. Okay, you can either press apply or just press Ctrl A in the keyboard to get it done. So I am pressing here in the apply. Now you can see no more option is there. There is no more display of smooth Laplacian here. Means it is applied. Now we cannot change it back. Now I want the softness wherever there are edges. So this edge, for example, this edge, and this edge, and so these 4 edges we have to. There is 3 edges here inside also. We have to create a soft edge. Right. Let me do it one by one. So I am selecting this edge loop first, and then going for a bigger. I'm pressing Ctrl B and then dragging the mouse a bit to increase the width. You can see what is this width here. See, I am taking my cursor to the settings box here and opening it, and you can see width type and width. So now the width is like 0.05. If you want to try any other value, you can just try nearest value. 0.04 you can try. You can see that it's going to reduce its width. You can see it is reducing its width. Right now this width is okay for me. There is width 0.04 is okay. I am increasing these segments so that it can become more softened. So I am increasing it to 2. Let's see how it looks. I think 2 is okay. And same we have to do for the outer edges also. I'm pressing Alt and then selecting this edge loop also, outside edge loop, what you are seeing, and pressing Control B for beveling, dragging the mouse a bit. Same values we are applying here also. Width 0.04, close it. Now this bottom edges also we have to bevel it. Beveling means softening. I feel here we can add uh, 2 more. For that you can see here segments are 3 here. Okay, so 3 segments are being added because in between there will be 2 edge loops is being added. So it means in the segment settings it will be 3. Okay, now at the bottom of the cup inside we are going to add finally Control B. Yeah, we have added. Now you can see that it is looking a bit faceted, like tuck, 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 like this. So we have to make it smooth shade. So for that, go to object mode and then right click, shade smooth. Now you can see it has become smooth shaded. Now let me add more vertices. The number of vertices are not enough. That is why here it is looking bit. These kind of triangles are showing up. So let me add more vertices by going to add modifier, generate, and then subdivision surface. Sometimes it will take time, so before applying subdivision surface you have to save your file. In my case it's okay, my machine is okay, it can bear it. So most of the cases sometimes it may crash also. So before adding this subdivision surface modifier you have to save the file and then do the adding, right? So now in the levels viewport I'm typing the figure 3 so that it looks more nice, more soft. You can see the teacup is ready. Now the next part will be like UV unwrapping and texturing, all that shading and texturing. So we can finish this session with this modeling a teacup. Right. Thank you.